soft too. One more. All right, so let's start in a comfortable seat. Maybe roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. If you need to grab something to sit on, you can sit on a pillow or a meditation cushion, a bolster. And then tuck your chin and just do some half circles for your neck. Deep breaths. And then bring your head back to center. And take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. And let your breath help relax the body. Bring you into this moment. And to just feel grateful for your health, well-being, being able to be here, taking this class right now. Go ahead and keep your eyes closed. We'll just start to do some torso circles from our hips. So keep your sit bones grounded as you circle one direction. This is a really nice hip and low back stretch. And you just naturally have one foot in front of the other here. So that's your more natural side, probably your more open hip. So we'll pay attention to that. Okay, let's switch directions of our circle. You might hear some crunching or just some little pops, releases. And come back to center. Now let's switch that opposite foot out in front. So this is going to be our tighter hip. And so what we're going to do is just gently press on the knees and lean forward with a long spine. And come back up. Exhale as you lean forward. Inhale as you lift. And then on this last one, lean forward. And you can either keep your hands on your knees or try to walk your arms forward out in front of you. Inhale. And exhale. Walk yourself back in. All right, let's move into tabletop. And just take some organic movements. So I like side to side, of course, cat cow. Anything else here that feels good. Just to start to move the spine. You can rock back and forth a few times or even circle the hips. Good. Okay, start to bring yourself back into that neutral spine. And then have your feet, actually, let's go a little bit wider with the knees, and then have your feet go to the right and then send your hips back. like you're in child's pose, but your left foot is kind of all the way across, almost like you're sitting on that left foot. Big stretch for the hip. And then come back up and move your feet to the left and sit your hips, or your hips straight back, your butt back. As long as that feels okay for your knees. Good, then come back up to your tabletop. You can bring the knees back in under your hips. And let's lift the right knee. We're gonna circle that knee one direction. Opening the hip. Good, switch directions. And then extend that right leg back behind you. Nice and straight. We're just gonna lift and lower. Draw the abs in. Keep pressing away from your mat. And breathe. Last one. Release that side. Reset. And left knee circles around. Big circle of the hip. Good, switch directions. Try to get that full range of motion. Everything else is stable. So you might feel like your shoulders want to move. Try to keep those nice and straight. And then tap your left toes back in a lift and lower, reaching that left leg long behind. You should feel your glutes, your hamstrings, and your abs. Three, two, whew, and one. Release that side. Let's take puppy pose. So keep your hips right over your knees. Walk your arms forward, stretch that spine, chest, and armpits. We'll breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale and exhale. Good, lift your head. And we're gonna do that same thing with our right leg extended out by our side. So place that right foot down on the floor. I already feel a right inner thigh stretch. So if it's pretty intense, you can stay up here or walk yourself back out to puppy pose. Good. One more big breath. Nice job. Walk yourself in. Switch sides. Extend your left leg out to the left. Plant your foot down. So left toes face forward. And then walk yourself back out. Stretch. Ooh, tight inner thighs today. Breathe into it. Good. Walk yourself back into your tabletop. Spread your fingers wide and lift up for down dog. Pedal back and forth. And then lift and lower both heels at the same time. Working your ankles, stretch the calves, hamstrings. And this whole time, keep your chest stretching back to the thighs. Good, and lift your heels high, bend your knees to hover and look forward. Good, hold here, you got it, breathe. Three, two, and one. Move forward into your plank. Okay, now we're gonna work on our side plank. So left hand to center, turn to your right, reach your right arm up. If you need a variation, lower your left knee down, okay? Breathe. Keep lifting away from the mat. Good, let's switch sides. Right hand down, turn to the left. So important to strengthen our sides of the body, the obliques, shoulders, outer thighs, outer hips. Nice job. Come back to center, up to your down dog, walk, feet up to your hands. Roll those wrists out. Cradle the arms. And breathe in your forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Good, find a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Actively press your hands into your shins. And then try to bring your fingertips back down to the ground or to your mat, right under your shoulders. We'll bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, and reach left arm up for twist. Might feel nice to roll out that left wrist again. Good, now work on a half bind. Left hand reaches for the right hip. Then start to look up towards the ceiling and feel how this deepens your twist. Inhale and exhale, unwind that side, fold forward, relax. And then come back to your flat back, bend into your left knee, reach right arm up, straighten through your right leg, feel your IT band stretch, lengthen out of the top of your head, out of your spine. You can roll out the right wrist, and then work on your half bind. Right hand back to the left hip. Turn the chest and look up, if that feels comfortable for the neck. If not, just gaze where it does feel good. You can also use blocks here if you have them at home for more space. And release this side, unwind, come back to center. A little bend in the knees, curl up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms up. And keep reaching tall here. Pull the abs up and in. Tadasana, mountain pose. This is the pose that all the other poses are built from. And it gets more challenging as you just hold and breathe into that length. So grab your left wrist with your right hand. Stretch up and over to the right side. You can stay here Or tap your right toes out and work on balance through your left side. Come back to center, reach both arms up, draw your abs in again, get strong in mountain pose. Then right hand grabs, or left hand grabs for the right wrist. Stretch over to the left side. Tap your left toes out. Feel that long line of energy through the right side of your body. Come back to center, into your mountain pose. Keep reaching the arms up, biceps by the ears. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips into your chair pose. Good, inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms back. Keep your palms facing in. Squeeze the shoulders, open the chest. An option here to lift the heels, work on balance. Go lower your heels down and move into chair twists. Bring left forearm across your lap, right hand flat on the back. For deeper twists, you could also do prayer, hooking left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, let's switch sides. Right forearm hooks across the thighs. Left hand feels flat on the low back. Turn the chest. Nice job. One more inhale. And exhale, fold forward, relax. Bend in the knees, curl up to standing. Okay. Fingertips up the low back. A little bend in the knees. Standing back bend. Drop your tailbone down as you pull the heart up and forward. Try not to hinge in your back. Keep your vertebrae long and open. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward, relax. Nice job. Let's step right foot back from here. Pulse your hips a couple times up and down. Feel your legs. You can even lift your left toes up as you straighten the leg. And then keep your low lunge. So left knee bent, right leg straight. Lift your belly off of your thigh. Reach your arms forward, hinging lunge. Long line from fingertips to back heel. Hold here. Building strength. Feel your left glute fire. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Right hand down, left hand to the left thigh. Turn your chest to the left. Sink your hips a little bit more. And you can stay here or reach your left arm up. Imagine pulling your left hip back in space and then lift your right hip so it's not dropping towards the mat. Ooh, release this side, step forward, find a flat back. And we'll switch sides. Left foot back, pulse the hips. Another nice place to use blocks if you have them. To make your arms longer. All right, now we come up, lift the belly off the front thigh, reach the arms forward. Keep your back heel lifted, stay strong. Now our right glute is really firing, but don't make it do all the work. Still use your left leg as much as you can. One more breath. Left hand down, right hand to the thigh. Look to the right. Open or turn your chest. Sink your hips a little deeper. Stay strong in your back leg. Stay here or reach the right arm up. You can even look up for deeper twist. A release, big step forward, halfway lift. And fold forward over the legs. Bend in the knees, curl up to standing, reach your arms high. Exhale to heart center. Good, now bring hands behind the back, interlace your fingertips, squeeze your shoulders, open the chest. And then as you exhale, drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And come back through center. Squeeze your shoulders again, open the chest, look up. And then exhale for a flat back. Reach your arms up and away. Feel that stretch through the back body. And then release your hands onto your knees or onto your shins. Find that flat back. And bring your fingertips down, just so you can step your right foot back. Turn the heel down, take a wider base with your feet for warrior one pose. Inhale, arms up. Left knee bent, right leg straight and strong. Again, hands behind the back. Squeeze shoulders, open the chest. And bow forward, left shoulder towards the left knee. Enough space for your chest and belly to breathe. And a really great stretch for your left hip crease. Good. Slowly come up and take one big step forward. Right foot meets the left. Take a deep breath in and out. And then inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Fingertips down, step your left foot back. Warrior one. Right knee bends, left leg squeezes straight. Press through the outer edge of the foot. Hands behind the back. Open the chest and bow forward. So this time we're going to flow through. So plant your hands, step back for your plank, and you can do your traditional chaturanga to cobra or upward facing dog. Or you can send your hips back, take a child's pose and rest. Inhale up for cow pose, drop the belly, open the heart, look up. And then from here, tuck your toes and come up to your down dog. So your option there. Big toes together. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, reach your left leg high behind you in three-legged dog. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to step the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Might take a couple moments to get there. Then lower your back knee for runner's lunge. Sink the hips, lengthen the spine. And don't be afraid to rock forward and back or move your left knee in and out. Find those spots, those nice stretches. You can also pad your back knee if you need to. You can fold your mat over it. Okay, and I will give you the option for quad stretch. So left hand reaches up and over for the right foot. Good. Release your back foot. Tuck your toes under, lift your back knee so you can unfold your mat if you have it folded. Now turn all 10 of your toes to the left. So you're in this side plank variation where you get this great stretch for your left hip and outer glute. Stay here. Reach your left arm high. Good. Exhale, lower your hips a little bit. Drop your hand to your back thigh. Inhale, press into your mat, lift up and over. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. One more time. Good, release. Come into your plank or down dog. Flow through, traditional or child's pose. Up to cow. And back to down dog. Right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, drive the knee. Right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. Sink the hips. Get strong in your runner's lunge. Lower your back knee. Pat it if you need to. And fold the side of your mat over. Okay, so focus on your right hip. Up to the hands. Right arm reaches up and over. Grab for the left foot. Breathe into your quad. Very nice. Okay, release your back foot. Release the mat. Lift your back knee. Plant your left hand. Turn all 10 toes to the right. So you're in this side plank variation. Reach right arm up. Then drop the hips. Lower the right hand. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up and step it back for either plank or down dog. Flow through, or you can skip your flow. Come back into down dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Walk to the top of your mat. Relax your wrists, your hands. Relax your head and shoulders. Slowly come up to standing. Inhale, arms up. And exhale into the heart. Allow yourself to reset here. Catch your breath. If you need a little water break, you can grab some water. And when we meet back on the mat, let's start with tree pose. So shift weight into your left leg. Lift your right foot to the inner calf or reach down for the inner thigh. And breathe. Let's slow the heart rate back down. Good. Slowly come out of that side. Inhale. And exhale, switch sides. Be active through your legs. So you can feel your hip stretch. And slowly release the side. And inhale, swoop your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, hands down to the mat, right under your shoulders. A little bend in the knees and extend your right leg back behind you. Start with your hips even. Then I want you to try and lift your right hip on top of your left. You can keep those right fingertips down for balance. Or if you do want to work on your half moon, you can extend the right arm up to the ceiling. You decide. Then from here, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly step your right foot to the back of your mat. Keep your hips open. And windmill yourself up for warrior two. The left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, reach left arm high for reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm to thigh. Right arm up and over. Good. Now back into your half moon, or you can bring both of your hands down and try to open that right hip again. Now close your right hip, standing split, and exhale, relax and forward fold. Let's switch sides. Extend the left leg, start with a flat back. Then start to open your left hip on top of the right. Your option to keep left hand down or swoop it up for half a moon. Keep your hips open, step back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm high. Keep a strong bend in your right knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Look down to the top of the mat, half moon, or you can do both hands down with left hip up. Close your left hip, standing split. Exhale, fold, forward, relax. Come up to standing. Deep breath in and out. Good, let's take Malasana squat. Heels in, toes out. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees. Sink the hips. Dropping down into your squat. You might be halfway, you might be all the way down. Wherever you're at, try to hold. It's a hard one, so breathe through it. One more breath. And then come up. Straighten your legs, turn your toes forward. And they're wide on your mat. And fold yourself in. Good. Now plant your hands and walk yourself back into a down dog. And then we'll work on pigeon pose. Lift your right leg high. Option to open the hip, bend the knee this time. And then exhale, swing your right leg through. Shen goes across your mat. Straighten your left leg back behind you. Stay here for more space or drop down to your forearms. Nice job. Take one more breath. And press yourself up and back to your down dog. Shake it out. Left leg lifts high, open the hip, bend the knee. Pigeon. Send the left shin across. Straighten your right leg behind you. Good. Really feel into your left hip. What adjustments do you need to make? Each side is its very own and may need different positions or angles to get the full effect of the stretch. Nice job. All right, now on this side, come up, just roll off to that left hip. And what we're going to move into is this mermaid position, where left shin is out in front still, but we're going to tuck the right foot behind us with a bent knee. Okay, so start to lean forward. And again, maybe you can come down to the forearms. Or if you do have a block at home, this is a really nice one where you can grab the block and place your forehead on top of the block. So this is more like a yin yoga posture where traditionally it'd be held for about 5 minutes. I won't make you hold quite that long, but at least 10 deep breaths. Slowly come up and out of it. And we'll switch sides. So roll your right shin forward and tuck your left foot back behind you. Try to get as even as you can on your sit bones, even if both of them aren't touching just because of tight hips. Try to ground yourself as much as possible. Lean forward. This side will probably feel a little different, so make your adjustments. Awesome. Slowly come up. Move that block out of the way if you used it. And swing both of your legs out in front of you. Feet together, knees wide for butterfly pose. Lean forward. Stretch into your hips, your low back. And if it's uncomfortable to lean forward or you just feel really tight, bring your hands behind you and instead look up and open your chest. Gravity will naturally open the hips here. So you decide which pose or which variation of the pose feels best. And release. So those last few hip stretches were all for external rotation of the hips. Let's work on some internal rotation. We're going to stack the knees. So I'm going left knee on top of right first. We'll do both sides, so you choose which one you want to do. So try to stack the knees as best as you can. Let your toes fall out to the sides. And you can even hold on to the big toes here or just bring hands onto the feet to help ground you. Now lean forward with a long spine. Again, you want your sit bones to feel grounded. And feel that nice opening through the sit bones, the sacrum, piriformis. All great to help alleviate low back pain, tight hips. Good. And another great stretch to practice here is your eagle arms. So since our left leg is on top, we'll do left arm on bottom. Elbows meet, palms meet, wrap around and squeeze. And both of these are prepping us for standing eagle pose. Such a great stretch for our neck and shoulders. Let's take one more breath. And then unwind, release everything, maybe rock those elbows out. And then we'll switch our legs. Left under right. So now the right is on top. We're going to extend the feet out by the sides, Lean forward. I'm sure this side feels a little different. And you do want to be pretty active through your feet here to help protect the knee joints. So continue that stretch forward or add in your eagle arms, right under left. Elbows meet, palms meet. And spine is long here. So reach out of the top of your head and draw the abs up and in. Ooh, nice job. Unwind the arms, unwind the legs. Let's do one more seated pose here. So just a wide split in a seat. You can kind of angle yourself on your mat to make that work. You can grab your block again if you'd like. Okay, same thing as like butterfly. If you need more space, bring fingertips behind you. And just work on that open chest. That can always feel really nice, reversing technology, computer posture. Or lean forward with a long spine. Make sure you keep your toes facing up. And again, this is a yin posture, so about 10 breaths. Yin allows us to get to the deeper tissue, which allows for a deeper release. Walk yourself back up. Move that block out of the way. Grab behind your knees, pull your feet back in, and start to roll down on your back. A well-deserved relaxation here at the end. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. We did a lot of hip work today. When you come back to center, give yourself a few pelvic tilts. And hug your knees into your chest, but have the knees go wide. So almost like happy baby, but we're just grabbing at our knees instead of at our feet. And if there's any last poses you want to do, maybe butterfly pose laying on your back. You could also add in some spinal twisting, or you can relax. And today I'll give you the option laying on your back. You could grab for that block and use it as a pillow if you want your head slightly elevated. Or you could also rest in that fetal position on your right side, bend both of your knees. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Wherever you decide to rest, allow yourself to fully rest. Feel your breath slow down. Feel your muscles relax. Thank yourself for taking this time to move and breathe and stretch, to connect with your mind and body. Sometimes it's hard to get on our mat. Some days we look forward to it, and other days we don't. But more often than not, we feel better afterwards. We feel better after the practice. Hopefully, that's one of these days for you. When you're ready, you can press yourself up to seat. And again, thank yourself for being here today. Namaste.